Hey y'all, thank you so much for coming back for another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, Taria. I want to apologize in advance for the lighting. So I'm not filming downstairs. Two out of three of my kids are home for Thanksgiving, and rather than take over the living room where I normally record, I'm in my bedroom sitting in my closet doorway. I have a little bump out, I guess, in my bedroom where it's the bedroom. Then it's like a bump out where it could be like a whole like little seating area. And I think I'm gonna make that my official recording spot because I like recording in the living room. I like the fireplace and all that, but it's like dragging my stuff out, setting it up, moving one of our chairs. You know what I mean? Or just leaving it there. And it's like, I want my house to be nice and, you know, the way I have it set up without having to move it all the time. So I don't know. But anyway, sorry about the lighting for this. Like I said, I'm sitting in between my room and the doorway in my closet. I was like, it looks blurry to me. It looks this. And I said, child, just do the recording. So let's talk about a few of the Bravo tings. Okay. We are going to start first. I was trying to figure out. All right, we're going to start. This is what we're going to do. We're going to leave it on this screen, but we is going to share. I hope my alarm phone doesn't start ringing because it's across the room and I feel it. Okay. Let's talk about Porsha and Drew. Let's get into this.
Your authentic self, where you show up everywhere you go. I would say Drew Sidora. And I would love that for her. Just because I think it's easier, because you can remember what you say. Sometimes if you say something and it's filtered with something else, you can't remember it.
Filtered with what, Porsha?
You know, lies.
Okay. Oh my gosh. They need to be more unfiltered. They need to let their guard down a bit.
Unfiltered, then that would be Jackie. I need Jackie to just say what say what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Don't rely on Heavenly to say it for you. Say it yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so on my platform, I'm definitely going to go for Karen, honey. Live your life authentically unfiltered. We are tired of the facade of the Love Dom, honey. We do love her, but live it, girl.
Who needs to be unfiltered?
Yeah.
To me, let me define. To me, unfiltered is like living in your truth, who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your authentic self, where you show up everywhere you go. I would say Drew Sidora. And I would love that for her. Just because I think it's easier, because you can remember what you say. Sometimes if you say something and it's filtered with something else, you can't remember it.
Filtered with what, Porsha?
You know, lies.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we'll stop there because as you can see, they said basically who needs to be unfiltered on their cast. Toya chose Dr. Jackie. Mia said Karen, but I really wanted to focus on Porsha saying Drew. We know they fell out. Porsha is under the comments, as you can see. Hello, pot, I'm kettle. Didn't you leave on a lie? Return to creating lies because someone couldn't talk about someone? I said, no, what? No. Okay, Miss Drew. Miss Drew said she's not having it. And then Kenya Moore fans tweeted or put on their story. Shout out to Kenya Moore fans. Hey, F you at Ralph Pittman Jr. disrespecting Queen at Drew Sidora by liking a comment Porsha made that was disrespectful towards Drew. You are a coward. And then Drew reposted it on her stories. So yeah, we knew that they had fallen out, but evidently there's some drama and Porsha is calling Drew a liar. But I'm going to be honest, as much as I do like Porsha said, hello, pot. I mean, Drew said, hello, pot. I am kettle, baby. Yeah. I wonder what the season is going to be giving in terms of their fallout. Are we really going to see it? And then is it going to intensify next season? Y'all, I'm already talking about season 17 and we ain't even got to season 16 yet. But what do y'all think? I feel like they both can be telling little lies. And matter of fact, while we're here, do you agree with Toya about Jackie? I do. And do you agree with Mia about Karen? All right, moving on. Continuing talking about Porsha, let's get into this. Hold on, y'all.
By my side, we could conquer anything. However, I started just realizing a lot of different things that turned out to be untruths. he wouldn't tell me what our finances were. I'm not gonna let a foreclosure notice come to my house and I can't pay it. Right. So I wanted to make sure if it happens, I have the money to help us do what we need to do. I felt the need to file when I did to protect assets. Our home is very important to me. It literally was what we both wanted when we envisioned the future. And, you know, I have definitely made it a home, but both of us have 50-50 interest in the house. So him now saying he doesn't want me to film in my home is an issue.
The court gave you the right to live in the house, so we're going to try to do an extra document that says the court is telling anyone that wants to film in the house that you have the full right to do that.
So we're just going to go ahead and file it as an emergency request so that the court can see, hey, this is impacting her longevity, her ability to earn income.
Right. Because Simon sent a cease and desist, I can't film in the house. You don't play with where I make my money. Don't do that.
Okay, so y'all notice she said her and Simon both have a 50-50 interest in the house. Now, I wonder if she is playing semantics, a 50-50 interest, meaning they didn't necessarily go 50-50, but I have an interest in the house. I'm on the deed. You know, like, you know how sometimes the girls can try to play word games. Well, Simon saw this and said, I would never fight to live in a house about to be foreclosed on with my clan, especially one I have no equitable interest in. Make the narrative make sense. He then, let's go to the beginning. He says, my goal until a final resolution is reached in my pending divorce is release evidence that refutes any attempt at distorting actual facts, humiliating me or my legacy in a public setting. If an amendment needs to be made to any legal action already filed, I will instruct my attorneys to do so. Stay tuned. And then we have in the Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia, Family Division, Porsha Diane Williams is the petitioner. Simon, I'm not sure how to say the middle name, Guabadia is the respondent. The above referenced matter appeared before this court on April 4th, 2024. Shout out to my birthday. For a 30-day notice of hearing, the parties, Porsha Diane Williams, wife, and Simon Guabadia, husband, appeared with their counsel of record. The parties were not noticed for an evidentiary hearing on issues related to the parties' prenuptial agreement. However, the court enters this interim order to address the parties' concerns regarding possessions of the marital residence, which is properly addressed at the 30-day status conference pursuant to Family Division, blah, 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 blah. So this talks about where the wife shall have immediate sole and exclusive use, control, and possessions of the marital home located with the address. He didn't even want to take the address out here, got her full address on display. Anyway, so Porsha is able to film in the house as of right now. We talked about that the other day, that Porsha is in fact now legally able to film in the house. You know, there are a lot of people saying Porsha needs to get out of the house. It's not her house. They weren't even married for a year. And while I get that, to me, if you got a prenup, and in the prenup, it doesn't state a time frame, it says, upon dissolution of the marriage, wife gets to remain in the property. That's what you agreed to, Simon. That is what you agreed to. You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You agreed to that part of the prenup, hence her being in the home. So there is a part of me that's like, Porsha, just go on and give the man the house back. Then there's another part of me that's like, there was a legally binding agreement that was signed by both saying if this were to happen, she would get them out of home. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Y'all let me know. Let's talk about Miss Mary Cosby. So there was a message that went out today, like a post that Mary Cosby's home was in foreclosure. So it was posted different spots and it was posted on Reddit. And then someone came back and updated it. So because they have like the address, property address and all this stuff down here, what type of document it is and all of these things. So they were saying, oh, Miss Mary must be running out of money. Her house is being foreclosed on. Here's the update. I posted here roughly 12 hours ago regarding Mary's house being in foreclosure. After some deep diving, the traditional foreclosure I too quickly assumed was occurring may not be the case. To start, but before I go further, remember some months ago, not that long ago though, I did a video talking about Mary suing people that her and Robert Sr. entrusted with buying homes, like for that, like purchasing different properties, managing different things, paying different things. And allegedly these people didn't do that. So Mary and Robert are suing them. Okay. Again, one of the things is they were supposed to purchase a property and pay a certain amount on the home to basically pay it off. And they did not do that. So let's get into it. To start, the lenders in a foreclosure are the plaintiffs. So in a foreclosure, the lenders, the bank is the plaintiff. But here it's actually Mary and Robert Cosby are the plaintiffs, meaning they are the lenders, or rather the parties seeking repayment. The mortgage amount discussed here is the same mortgage amount the Cosbys are alleging was fraudulently acquired by their money managers, Annie L. Johnson and Sean Turner. Turner specifically is alleged to have acquired this second mortgage. So I remember we talked about that. They acquired a second mortgage on a property of $99,217 in 2008 after forging Robert Cosby's signature and threatening a notary. Johnson and Turner operate United Security Financial, LLC, which manages both the Cosby's personal accounts as well as the church's finances. Not only are the Cosbys alleging that the Turners fraudulently obtained the mortgage, but that he also failed in his capacity as trustee of the property to make payments toward the mortgage. It seems like this is a foreclosure notice from the Cosbys and not for them. Rather, it's demanding that the trustee fulfill the mortgage, or the Cosbys will have the ability to foreclose upon the home, sell it, fulfill the mortgage responsibilities, and profit the extra earnings. Then they say, not sure if I have any of this correct. Just wanted to rectify the inaccuracies of the earlier post, particularly because of the traction it gained. So basically, child, I'm still sharing the screen, ain't I? But y'all can see it anyway. So basically what they're saying is, because I remember doing a story about this, Robert and Mary suing. I believe these people, these financial people, obtained the money from the Cosbys to purchase the home, and then took out a second mortgage, purchase property, and then took out a second mortgage without their knowledge. So basically, Mary and Robert are like the lenders, and they can come in and say, okay, I'm taking this property over, not the bank coming in and taking over Mary and Robert's home. So I went through the comments to see what people were saying, and they were just saying basically, yeah, they think that this is the case too. It says, because on the filing, it says document type LISPEN. Wait a minute, see it better here. On the filing, the legal document, where is it? It says LIS and then PENDENS. So it's publicly available information regarding the lawsuit. So you could go see it. That's what the person is saying. So that's something different than your typical foreclosure. So they wanted just to clear that up and let it be known that they don't believe, again, Mary's current home that she's in is in foreclosure. Mary and Robert can foreclose on this property if the people that they're suing don't do what they're supposed to do, because the second mortgage was obtained fraudulently anyway. So I'm glad to hear that. I've just realized y'all can see my knee, but I do have clothes on underneath, but I have a pair of shorts on. So I'm not sitting here naked under the sweatshirt. I mean, even if I was, it's my house, but I'm not. I have on shorts. All right, moving on. I just wanted to talk about Jared Osmond. So remember on this past episode of Salt Lake City, if you're watching, you know that Mary said that Jerry slid into her DMs. Child, Jared is out here doing interviews now, honey. This is according to Reality Blurb. Brittany Bateman's ex, Jared Osmond, reveals convo with Salt Lake City producer, blames editing for his portrayal, and talks hate from fans. Plus, which co-stars he's friends with, regret, and how the show has changed Brittany. So let's get into what he says. Speaking to the Daily Mail, Jared addressed the fan backlash since appearing on the show. I'm being absolutely hammered right now. I wake up to about 200 DMs just filled with hate. I mean, that's a lot, really. I take it with a grain of salt, and I try to answer some of them, even the worst ones. I always point out to these full-grown adults that are coming at me that you've taken one episode, for example, the dinner I had with Brittany. They edited a 2-hour dinner down into 3 minutes, and then it looks like I'm cutting her off and putting a pin in her opinion. That's not how it went. Jared said he was done with filming after the dinner scene, but a producer reached out about potentially filming for Angie's anniversary party, which Brittany attended with the new guy, Aaron. The main producer called me and she goes, Jared, you need to be here. I was in bed. It's 10 o'clock at night. And I said, no way. I am so done after what you guys did to me at that dinner. I'm not doing this, he recalled. But he soon changed his mind and called her back after the producer pointed out that none of the castmates had met Jared. Justin Rose, Whitney's husband, also texted him, knowing Jared lived just 10 minutes from Angie's house. So I guess he hadn't met the cast members, but he somehow knew Jared. Because remember in the episode, it showed that Justin texted him. Did the producer tell Justin to text him, though? According to Jared, he didn't mind that Brittany was on another date and he liked being able to connect with other co-stars. He said he's become really good friends with Heather Gay and Mary Cosby, and he has a ton of respect for Mary. After watching the episodes back, Jared claims he regrets filming as he definitely got thrown under the bus. I don't think Brittany understood the damage she was doing when she talked poorly. It affected my children. One of the things that Brittany and I talked about, and she promised my children, is that she wouldn't disparage me on national television. I humbly admit, because I'm not a narcissist, that I've made mistakes and I've had to own those things. I never cheated on Brittany, but I had one foot out the door at times because I was nervous. And one of the things I hate about the show the most, quite honestly, I think it's changed Brittany. She's a lot stronger now. That's one of the things you hate. But also, she had all these people in her ear. Jared said, explaining that Brittany gets hundreds of DMs a day telling her what an evil person is. What an evil person Jared is. I mean, it's a small town here in Salt Lake City. Everybody has an opinion about me now. Everybody has an opinion about the Osmond family. Now, Mary in her confessional didn't say that her and Jared was good friends. Maybe they weren't at the time he slid into her DMs, but maybe they formed some type of friendship. Who knows? I want to hear what Mary has to say. Mary, is you hanging out with Jared Osmond? Is Jared trying to be down with this world, even though he knows that Mary is married? Who knows? Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come to y'all with that, talk a little bit about Atlanta, talk a little bit about Salt Lake City. My Real Housewives of Potomac review is recorded and done. It will be out tomorrow morning, both audio on the podcast, wherever it is you listen to your podcast, what else is going on, and on YouTube. WeGo Podcast, WEIGO Podcast. All right, y'all let me know what y'all think. I think Jared likes, for as much as he say he didn't want to film, don't like the spotlight. This is now his second. Well, this is his first interview, but he had been posting a lot. So y'all let me know what y'all think about the update with Mary and the foreclosure. What do y'all think about Porsha and the Simon of it? Y'all think Porsha should just get up out that house, or should Simon have to abide by the prenup that he agreed to? And because of that, Porsha has a right to the home. Are y'all looking forward to Atlanta with these little bits coming out? And what y'all think about Porsha calling Drew a liar? All right, y'all. Well, saying she lies. There's a difference. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. See ya.